In today's video I will discuss the report published in November 2020 by Europol called How COVID-19 related crime infected Europe during 2020. So let's get right into today's video. Hi and welcome to FinCrime Agent, my YouTube channel where I'm talking about financial crime prevention and anti-money laundering related topics. Today I will discuss a report that was published in November 2020 by Europol in order to maintain an up-to-date picture of the changes from a crime scene perspective across Europe as a consequence of the COVID-19 pandemic. In the report we will see that organized crime groups have adapted their activities in order to keep taking advantages of the new situation that was brought to the population because of the COVID-19 pandemic. The most affected areas of criminal activities include cybercrime, the illicit supply of counterfeit and substandard goods, as well as various types of fraud and scams, often linked to organized property crime. So let's look a bit closer to those criminal activities identified by Europol, and I will focus my attention a bit more on those ones which are generally more correlated to financial crimes. Starting with cybercrime, we can see that criminals took advantage of the emotional status of people in order to sell them services and goods that were most needed during the pandemic. Also, criminals took advantage of the situation and crisis generated by COVID-19 in order to recruit more money mules. I've also created a specific video to talk about money mules activities, and you can find this in the link right above. Let's dive a bit more into the cybercrime activities and see the areas that have been highlighted in the Europol report. Starting with phishing, emails and SMS messages have been seen since February 2020 with reference to COVID-19, with the primary aim to obtain passwords and other confidential data in order to infect users. In the space of malware, ransomware and malicious app, there were identified a number of typo domains, with malware being created to appear like common video conferencing softwares, which were very much used during the pandemic due to the scale of people that started to work from home. There has been also a spike in the number of malware families using COVID-19 as a trick. The presence of highly qualified hackers was indicated in the report by some of the malware forms found. It has also been noticed that the number of malicious applications was also growing in 2020. Let's now look also at the dark web, where the COVID-19 condition has influenced the range of illegal products and services that were found there. As a result of the limited capacity of sellers in order to supply the legitimate products, the number of reported illegal listings on dark markets has fluctuated over time. Nevertheless, there has been a growing number of listings on dark websites selling COVID-19 based items such as masks, bogus test kits and pharmaceutical items to cure COVID-19 symptoms. Let's now look into counterfeits and substandard goods. As I mentioned at the beginning of the video, organized crime groups have adapted very quickly in order to take advantage of the COVID-19 situation, and counterfeits with substandard goods played a key role into their business. In terms of which items have been mostly sold during the pandemic, we can see on the next slide that there have been reported a number of masks, gloves, cleaning product, hand sanitizer, personal protective equipment, fake corona home test kits, fake COVID-related pharmaceutical products and also fake COVID vaccines. Primarily, the distribution of counterfeit product was completed online, with the distribution done via e-commerce website. Some of those products were also sold on the dark web, however, those apparently represented a minority. And also face-to-face was another channel that they have been using, contacting professionals that they may be in need of those items, and doing door-to-door sales as well. The third point that I want to highlight are the fraud schemes that they have been put in place by fraudsters in order to take advantage of the situation. Some of the calls were identified by those offenders pretending to be a family member in need of money in order to pay for COVID-related medical attention. Another one was that fraudsters contacted victims, say that funds were not safe in their bank accounts, and they offered those people to withdraw the money on their behalf, often targeting elderly. Another scam was the impersonation of police officers and fining people for not wearing masks. And lastly, one other fraud scheme that was identified was in terms of the investment area, where victims were encouraged to take risky investment in COVID-19 based stock with the fake assurance of large income and secure profits. In my video I have only covered 3 areas out of the full report that was provided by Europol. However, as you can see on the slide, there are a number of other crimes that they have also investigated and reported on in their report. So I invite you to read the report in full, and you can find a link for accessing this report in the description of my video. In the description of my video you will also find other interesting links if you want to discover more about financial crime prevention and anti-money laundering related topics. So with that, I am at the end of today's video. If you want to support FinCrime Agent, you can find in the description of the video a link to our patreon.com page, and if you have enjoyed my contents, please share my video with some of your contacts. Also, if you haven't done that, remember to subscribe to FinCrime Agent so you can get notified once new videos are going live on my channel. So thank you for watching, I hope you have enjoyed, and until next time, see you soon.